Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another show of Know the Facts. Tonight's going to be a show about vitamins and nutrition and a little bit of medical. I just want to start off with an article. I am very surprised on this article. I was reading it, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, does it bring, it really, really, really hits home to a lot of people. All medications have potential to cause unwanted side effects, including depression. In fact, 1/3 of Americans are now taking meds that can cause mood disorder. According to the study published last June in Journal of American Medical Association, other research has had similar findings, but this is our largest review on the topic to date. The study, the authors found that about 200 prescription drugs, including some often used by older adults, such as proton pump inhibitors to treat acid reflux, beta blockers for hypertension that cause to lead depression. See, I'm going to get into the drugs thing. Doctors might know this. Many physicians may not be aware that several common prescribed medications are associated with increased risk of this disorder, says study one author Mark Olson, doctor, professor of psychiatry epidemiology at Columbia University of Irving Medical Center in New York City. In the study, more drugs that people took, the higher their depression risk. About 7% of those taking one such drug were depressed. 15.3% of those taking at least three were. This particular concerning for older adults who may take multiple medications and more vulnerable to drug side disorder, says Michael Huchman, director of Family Center for Health Systems Science at Keck Medical of USC. However, it's important to bear in mind that most people taking these medications, even those who are on three or more of them, don't have depression. Often says, still, it's wise to keep the connection in mind and knowing what a drug might be affecting your mood. Monitor your mood. Whether you take multiple meds, multiple moods, multiple meds or none, you are experiencing a low mood for 2 consecutive weeks or longer, let your doctor know. Other depression symptoms to watch for include loss of interest in pleasurable activities, appetite, weight changes, insomnia, sleeping too much, severe fatigue, trouble concentrating, feeling worthless, recurrent thoughts of death or suicide. Don't wait for your doctor to ask about your mood or your next appointment. Often says in one study published in the Journal of Psychiatric online in 2018, only about 3% of primary care appointments, including a depression screening, you can also take online, such as Patient Health Questionnaire 9, PHQ number 9, says Michelle Reba, Associate Director of the University of Michigan Comprehensive Depression Center in Ann Arbor. Check your meds. Meds could be the cause, and consider bringing all your prescriptions and over-the-counter meds with you so your doctor can look at them. You should do this brown bag review at least once a year, whether you are feeling depressed or not. Sometimes when we do this, we learn that a patient has been taking a proton pump inhibitor to treat heartburn for years when they really don't need to. Huchman says this could also be causing their depression. If the physician doesn't seem well versed in the side effects of your medications, make an appointment with your pharmacist where you can get your prescriptions filled, says Joan Bird, Director of Pharmacy Practice and Government Affairs at the American Society of Consultant Pharmacists. Not sure if it's your meds. Taking drugs linked to depression might not be the cause of your low mood. Sometimes the people were depressed because they started medications or various health conditions have left them depressed. says Igor Galner, MD, professor of psychiatry at Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York. For instance, half of the people with chronic pain also have depression or other mood disorder, because parts of the brain that perceive pain also affect mood. Your primary care physician can try to figure it out by taking a thorough history and adjusting your medications when appropriate, but some people may need to see a psychiatrist at pinpoint pinpoint what's really going on. 9 drug types that may cause depression: beta blockers, ACE inhibitors, blood pressure drugs, atenolol, quinapril, and a lot of other ones. There's no sense the other ones. Antidepressants: Zoloft, Celexa, Wellbutrin, and amitriptyline. Anti-anxiety drugs: Xanax, clonazepam, Klonopin, diazepam, Valium, generic, and lorazepam, Ativan, and generic, as well as sedative, Zolpidem, Ambien, and generic, and Ambien. Opioids: hydrocodone, combination meds, Losert, Norcov, Vicodin, and more, and generic, and Tramadol, and other ones, Conzip. Other over-the-counter protein pump inhibitors: omeprazole, Prilosec, Zegrid, and generic, and Epramazole, Nexium, Zantac, Renadine, Pepcid, and generic. I tell you, a lot of people take these drugs, so I suggest go take them to your doctor and see what he says to somebody. Over-the-counter allergy and asthma medications: over-the-counter Zyrtec, and generic, and a prescription drug Singula. Anticonvulsants: gabapentin, Nuratin, Topamax. Hormones: estradiol, estrogen, elestrin, estrogel, finasteride, Procar, Prosapa, Propecia, generic. Finally got through that. Watch your meds. Drug-related depression symptoms could crop up at any time, but you're most likely to see them within the first month of use. Often says, so every time your physician prescribes a new med, ask whether the depression is a possible side effect. Not only depression, bleeding inside, and there's a million things that could happen taking a new drug. So every time your physician prescribes a new medication, if so, jot down any mood-related side effects you notice, note the day and time when symptoms occur, and whether they are recurring. Report any symptom that persists for more than a week or two to your doctor immediately. Ask about a change. If medication seems to be the cause, talk to your doctor. Sometimes the fix is as simple as cutting the dosage. For instance, if your doctor prescribes a lower but still effective dosage of blood pressure, lower beta blocker, and your depression eases, there may be a sign of your depression changes were drug-related, says Anna Maria Lopez, MD, president of the American College of Physicians. Matter of fact, I talked to this lady. She's very, very informed and very helpful. Wish I had her number so I could say it on the air. You could write it down. If lower drug dosage makes little difference in mood or doesn't work well for your physical health, your doctor should switch you to another class of drugs, says Philip Muskin, MD, professor of psychiatry at Columbia University, Irving Medical Center. Depending on your health status, you may be able to stop taking medication altogether, but never stop a regular prescription drug without discussing it with your doctor. If you can't reduce a dosage or stop taking a medication, talk to your doctor about other strategies. You can talk with the patient about lifestyle changes that may help. For example, starting a daily walking routine, that's good for you. If you become sedentary, I know what it means, but I don't know what it means, because your exercise can improve your mood and having you increase your social connection, because a sense of belonging can also improve mood. Lopez says one recent study found that 28% of people being treated with depression reported improvements 3 months after beginning a moderate or brisk walking routine. The next step may be talk therapy, or if your symptoms linger, antidepressant medication. Keep in mind that certain antidepressants could trigger anxiety. Let's see, where are we here? Oh yeah, natural remedies. This should be a good one. Cupping, whatever that means. This 2,000-year-old Chinese practice, which involves applying suction cups to your skin, then yanking them off, theoretically to increase blood flow and support healing, have taken off in recent years, especially since several Olympic athletes and celebrities were spotted with the therapy telltale suction marks on their skin. A 2015 review in the Journal of PLOS, I never heard of it, one found that cupping could be effective in short-term relief of chronic neck and lower back pain. My God. Suction cups, that really is. Leave it to the Chinese, that's all I got to say. But much more research that tests how the practice might work is needed. And the National Institutes of Health warns that cupping could result in bruising, soreness, burns, and skin effects. Detox and cleanses. Drinking only juices for several days, sweltering in temperatures higher than 100 degrees, and trying a colonic, a procedure in which the machine pumps water into your rectum through a sterile tube. That's interesting. Purported to help people lose weight and get rid of the toxins. Well, reminds me of an oil change, but that's beside the point. These practices aren't just unpleasant. Research shows they're not needed and can be dangerous. Your body naturally gets rid of toxins in its own, so there's no need to waste time and money on these methods. Hootman says a research review found that colonics have no effect and could cause side effects ranging from cramping, nausea, and to kidney failure, and death. And while fasting for a day is generally safe, or detox diet or cleanse that several restricts calories, can cause headaches, weakness, and dehydration. Ear candling, that's an old remedy. This technique promoted to remove earwax and treated sinus infections, sore throats, and colds, and the flu. Involves placing a hollow candle into your ear and lighting the tip. Make sure you light the right end. This theory is that the heat creates suction that withdraws the wax from the ears. Says Seth Schwartz, MD, an ear, nose, and throat specialist at Virginia Mason Medical Center in Seattle. But a 2017 review by Schwartz concluded that candling is ineffective and dangerous, in which reports that it can block the ear with wax and damage your hearing. Surprise, surprise, set hair on fire. Well, yeah, that should be understood. That's easy enough. Feverfew. That's an herb. Some research suggests that these herbal supplements may reduce the frequency of migraines in certain patients. In fact, the American Headache Society says a specific extract from the plant called MIG-99 should be considered for migraine prevention. Another herb, butterbue, may also help, but only if chemicals called alkaloids, PAs, which can harm the liver. Have been removed. So use only butterbue products that are labeled that they say PA free, and follow the precautions and that apply to all supplements. Well, the two herbs they're talking about are very available in drugstores and nutritional stores, and this Feverfew has a lot more prevention of different types of things, but they only have two here. Garcinia cambogia. This supplement is flying off the shelves. Sales have grown 15% in the past years alone, according to the Nutrition Business Journal, mostly because of claims that it can help people lose weight and burn fat. Trouble is, research doesn't support either claim, and its effective ingredient has been linked to serious conditions such as liver failure and mania. It also has a history of worrisome contamination. Last year, the FDA advised consumers not to purchase one. Certain health conditions have clear solutions. For high cholesterol, for example, you're told to eat better, exercise, and even more, and perhaps a statin. But some common persistent ills, chronic pain, stress, insomnia in particular, can be hard to pinpoint the exact cause and even harder to treat. Sometimes for these really chronic problems, medicine doesn't have a very good solution. That's true. Says Leisha Schwartz, Director, Center for Medicine and Media at the Dartmouth Institute for Health Policy and Clinical Practice. That often leads people to look to alternative medicine. In some cases, the options are untested and even dangerous guide. But science has shown that several treatments such as yoga really can help. Here are some of the effective remedies. Chronic pain, meditation, Tai Chi, yoga, all seem to have help back pain. Joint pain caused by osteoarthritis, fibromyalgia, spinal pain performed by chiropractor and osteopathic physician can also help with back pain. Although experts are unsure how it works, acupuncture may be helpful too, and cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, a type of talk therapy that's well studied and isn't technically considered alternative, can often help people cope with chronic pain. Maybe they should come in here and analyze my talking methods. Maybe I'll feel better. Try mindfulness, which involves staying focused on the moment without judgment. In one 2017 study, a group of people with anxiety practiced mindfulness techniques, including certain forms of meditation, deep breathing, and yoga. For 8 weeks, another group attended a class on healthy lifestyle habits. The group that practiced mindful techniques have lowered levels of stress-related hormones. Learn more about getting started with techniques from the National Center for Complementary and integrative health, stress, health, and a lot of other things. I suppose. Sleep disorders. This is a good one. Your best bet is healthy sleep. Is a healthy sleep habit. Well, no. Stay up all night and sleep during the day. Such as setting a regular bedtime at least 1 hour before bedtime. dimming the lights, turning off electronic devices. Yeah, that'll be the case. Some evidence suggests that melatonin, one of the most widely used natural products in the United States, may help adults with specific kinds of sleep problems, such as those related to jet lag or shift work. But other sleep problems, such as insomnia, melatonin's benefits have been shown to be a minor at best. It might help you sleep just 8 additional minutes and could cause you groggy the next. Well, where did they take some? Glycosamine and chondroitin. These two substances, which are often combined and pitched as cures for people with aching joints, it doesn't work. Among the 2 top-selling supplements in the country. By 2015, a study of 1,625 people with osteoarthritis of the knees found that this combo was no better than a placebo, knee pain, or preventing cartilage loss. I have yet to see anybody go into a drugstore with any kind of pain and not buy glycosamine and chondroitin. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all. And more people have taken it for 6 months and nothing, and they're the same way. These two substances, which are often combined and pitched as cures for people, I already read that. Green coffee. Unroasted or green coffee beans are rich in chlorogenic acid, a substance that preliminary researchers suggest may burn glucose and fat. All these articles refer to burning fat, losing weight. That's pretty good. But studies behind these claims are too small and poorly designed to support the use of green coffee. According to National Institute of Health, supplements have been linked to side effects, including headaches and urinary tract infections. And Federal Trade Commission has sued at least one company selling them for making deceptive claims. Homeopathy, taking a substance that's known to cause harm and diluting its near vanishing point, is the basis of these centuries-old practice. But be forewarned that numerous scientific studies and a 2015 review of 116 studies have shown that the homeopathic treatments don't work. And research suggests that products contain unlisted ingredients or dangerously high amounts of other substances. Last year, the FDA vowed to step up enforcement of homeopathic drugs that could cause potential harm and unproven. Iodine. Some people with hypothyroidism and underactive thyroid gland need iron supplements. And people who live near a nuclear power plant may consider keeping some on hand. Of case, some nuclear waste, put some in a glass jar and just take a little bit with a spoon because of high doses of potassium, iodine. Soon after radiation exposure can limit harm, but extra iodine can boost metabolism or speed weight loss. Take more than a glass jar. Take a bowl with you. Where was I here? Most Americans already get plenty of mineral from iodized salt and other foods. After getting too much, more than 1,100 micrograms per day, the National Institutes of Health says that could cause some problems as iodine deficiency. Jellyfish. You may have seen ads for a proven supplement called Prevagen, pitched as a memory aid derived from jellyfish. But the FTC and New York State Attorney General's office filed a lawsuit in 2017 accusing Prevagen manufacturer of false advertising. No independent research backs up the company's claim. There's one I'm going to read now that works. It's a drug. I mean, it's a vitamin, but this stuff works. Kava. The root and stem of this plant, a member of the pepper family, used drinks and supplements to promote relaxation and ease anxiety. Kava, in many cases, have been proven linked to liver damage, including cirrhosis and hepatitis, and several countries have banned its sale. It also impairs driving and exhibit Parkinson's disease and depression. Oh my God, that's wonderful. There's one there's one herb on the market that helps the brain to do what this Prevacin does, and that's ginkgo biloba. A lot of people take it, and those people actually say they feel better, and it works. I know they got crazy names, but who cares as long as it works? Kraton, promoted as a safe pain reliever. The FDA says it can be as addictive as opioids because it affects the same brain receptors. And there have been reports of Kraton being laced with opioids and contaminated with salmonella. At least 44 deaths have been linked to Kraton, and hundreds of users have suffered side effects, including seizures, liver damage, and withdrawals. That's why if you look at a phone book and on the N, nutritionist, you'll get better problems. You'll go with that. Light therapy. I'm sorry, this is going to be the last one. Sitting in front of a special lamp during the darkest months of the year is a proven treatment for several affective disorders. The sessions can last between 20 and 60 minutes and if done constantly to work best. And at least initially it could be done under the guidance of experienced professional. Light therapy may also help with depression and bipolar disorder. Well, I'll get back on these next month when I finish with the other shows, and I get guests and I got other shows coming on the show. So I hope you found it interesting. I know I did. I found out a lot of stuff that was very interesting. So thank you for listening and have a good evening.